recording? Yes. So we'll start with lesson 1, minerals, from unit 3, module E. And at the end of the lesson, we'll be able to describe the basic structure of minerals. At least, some basic minerals, you will know about it, and by telling their physical properties. Now, where do you find minerals? Yes, Judy, Noor, where do you find minerals? Inside the? In the rocks, earth crust, very good. But you never found it all alone. Minerals are usually with combined, like example, I don't find alone aluminium. Aluminium is with oxygen, aluminum oxide, or I find silica with something, some silicate. You never find it all alone. Later on, however you want, you will actually do it. You will actually separate them by some methods in the lab. So first of all, which of the material listed below is a mineral? What do you think, girls? You can help me with this. What do you think? Which one is a mineral here? Ice, is it a mineral? Ice, is it a mineral?
No.
It's not. Gold? Yes. Wood?
Yes.
Again, no. Diamond? Yes.
No.
Table?
Yes. No.
It's not a mineral. So here, describe how do you think minerals in the picture below have formed? What do you think how they formed by looking at the picture? They are shiny, of course, by rocks. Of course, by rocks. Okay. Now, the vocabulary terms, Zishan is here. Yes, Zishan, read them out. Read the vocabulary terms, Zishan. Noor, continue, Noor.
Mineral, element, atom, compound, matter, crystal, streak, cluster, cleavage.
Mineral, element, compound, matter, crystal, streak, luster, cleavage. Okay. I'll just tell you, mineral in the rock. When I say element, oxygen. When I say oxygen again, it's an atom. If I write O2, that means 2 atoms of oxygen. It has to be same element, oxygen and oxygen. When I say compound, you remember, I said they have to be 2 different colors. Last year, I have explained you about compound, atom. Only Miral is new. You remember this? We made this compound and atom, molecule, different elements, it's compound. Same element, it is atom. And any substance around us is a matter. Crystal, of course, like diamond. Streak. You take a mineral and you try to streak it. You try to, rub against it. So, you get a streak. You get a line there, like this is a mineral. I take the other mineral, I try to, bring them close and streak it. Luster is the one, how it is shiny. Cleavage, I'm going to explain. This was something brief introduction about this acid. And next year, we have so many, what you call as vocabulary terms in this page. So what is mineral? Of course, mineral is found in, it's a naturally occurring, usually inorganic solid. Why do I call them inorganic? Because usually they don't contain minerals, they don't contain organic substances like carbon, hydrogen, or oxygen. They are inorganic solids, okay? Inorganic solids that have definite crystalline. Crystalline means they look a little shiny, and chemical composition. So what is the definition of mineral? First thing you will remember, naturally, this word is important. Inorganic solids and crystalline. These 3 words, girls. When I say mineral, you will say naturally occurring, Okay, second thing, inorganic solid. And the third thing, crystalline. All right, now next here, I told you, elements means pure substance. It will not have two, yani, I cannot call salt as an element. Salt contains element inside like sodium and chlorine. Water contains element inside like hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is one element which is pure element. Okay, gold itself is an element. Gold is, yani, gold later on if you mix with copper that becomes something else. But normally element is pure substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by, simple means. They only have, like example, if I say oxygen, oxygen will have oxygen atom. Oxygen cannot have silicon atom. Oxygen will have oxygen atom. This is an element. Silicon is an element. It will have silicon inside. But if I say water, does it have only one element? It has a hydrogen, it has oxygen. So it has mixture of elements inside. Did you understand that?
Yes.
Element is made up of only one kind of an atom. All substances are made up of atoms. So atoms can be thought of the building blocks of matter. Girls, all substances means I'm talking about both. I'm talking about both living and non-living. They are made up of atoms. So atoms can be thought of as building block of matter. Now, stable particles that are made up of strongly bonded atoms, like I have two oxygen. They have a strong bond and they become O2. This strong bond, which is made chemically, and they make some, like I can never call O as a molecule. It has to be more than one atom. Okay, so this is oxygen molecule. Like example, water molecule. This is a compound and a molecule of water because they have a strong bond connecting to each other. These are called molecules. And if a substance is made up of molecules of two or more elements, the substance is called, if two or more elements, again, this is two or more element, this is called a compound. I have explained everything in grade 6, but I'm again repeating it, especially for Miral. I don't know whether she knows about atom, molecule, and compound. See, Miral, see it carefully here. I will take different colors and try to explain you. This is an atom. This is also an element and atom. When I take two different elements and they combine with some join, with a bond, this is called a compound. And it's also called a molecule. This cannot be a molecule. If it's alone, it cannot be a molecule. It cannot be a compound. Did you understand that? The chemical composition of a mineral is determined by the element or compound that makes up a mineral. For example, minerals such as gold and silver are composed of only one element. Such as mineral is called a native element. Like gold have only gold inside that's called a native element, especially when they're natural. Quartz is a compound which has silicon bonded with 4 oxygen atoms. It's SO4. Silicon, Si, and O4. So this is a compound. What is this called as? Compound. Now, Miral, why is this compound? Because this contains silicon and this contains oxygen. They are two different elements. Two different elements. So did you understand till here? What is a compound? What is an element? What is an atom?
Yes.
Yes.
Coming to matter. Matter is anything that has volume and mass. Please read this out. Miral, you can read it out.
Which one? Solid?
Yes? Solid, yes.
Matter is anything that has volume and mass. Volume.
Matter is anything that has volume and mass. Volume refers, continue.
To the amount of space an object takes up. For example, a golf ball has a smaller volume than a basket does.
Okay. Golf ball has a smaller volume than a baseball does. Continue.
Water is generally found in one of these states, solid, liquid, or gas. A mineral is a solid that is.
Okay, a mineral is a that has a definite volume and shape. You know very well, solid means definite volume and shape.
Yeah.
That is liquid.
Substance that is a liquid or a gas, it's not a mineral. However, in some cases, it's solid from is a mineral. For instance,
For
liquid
instance,
water is
example.
not a mineral. But ice is because it's a solid and has all of the other mineral characteristic also.
Okay, that's it. Let's go for the video. See, this is Si4, girls. This is the 3-dimension picture. This is silicon with 4 oxygen atoms. They have shown different colors so that you know that it is a compound. Again, why it is a compound? Because they have 2 different elements joined together with a chemical bond. Remember, they are joined together with a chemical bond. A moment, guys. Let me see. All right, yeah.
Welcome to the lesson, Minerals. In this lesson, you'll explore minerals. You'll look at different kinds of minerals and how they form. The vocabulary words for this lesson are matter, element, atom, compound, mineral, crystal, luster, streak, and cleavage. Crystals that add sparkle to jewelry are small, but there are a few that are huge. The largest crystals, like the ones in this cave, are taller than you. Some mineral crystals in the world are as tall as a 3-story building.
Some mineral crystals in the world are as tall as 3-story buildings. Imagine they're so big.
What do you see in the photo? You see matter. Click each photo to learn more about matter.
Okay, we'll learn about matter.
Everything you can see is made of matter.
Everything.
Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass.
So for matter, you must remember it has mass and it has space.
Scientists use the periodic table to organize the elements. Elements are pure substances that can't be chemically broken down into simpler substances. There are about 90 elements that occur naturally on Earth. The others were made in a lab by scientists. Each element is made up of only one type of atom. So, for example, all atoms of silver are similar enough to be identified as silver.
Like silver atom will contain silver inside. It cannot contain oxygen. Yes, if you want to make it attach with that time, you need to combine them with a chemical bond to form it as a compound. Did you get that?
Yes.
Contain only, like if I write O2, that means it contains 2 atoms of oxygen. Or inside oxygen, you cannot find chlorine there.
Even though they may have small differences. All minerals have a crystalline structure, but not all crystals are sparkly. The building blocks of crystals are arranged in a repeating 3-dimensional pattern. Some crystals are made of compounds, and others are made of pure elements.
Girls, Thus, the arrangement plays a major role. Even before I have told you, carbon is in diamonds, is made of carbon. Coal is made of diamond. One is black and one is so shiny. Just the arrangement of carbon atoms make them look so beautiful and make coal look so black. So it is just the way the carbon atoms are arranged.
Minerals are naturally occurring. That means that they are formed by natural processes that take place on Earth. The mineral halite, for example, forms when water evaporates and leaves behind the salt it contained. We use halite as table salt. Minerals are also inorganic substances. An inorganic substance is usually one that is not made up of living things or the remains of living things. Since coal forms from the remains of plants, it is not considered a mineral.
They said that coal is formed from one's living organism. So you cannot say coal as a mineral. Salt, yes, they said that sometimes. I too wrote no, but there are few salts that are minerals.
Some materials, like quartz, copper, and gold, are minerals. A mineral is a naturally occurring compound made of certain elements. Some rocks are made of one type of mineral, but most rocks contain several kinds of minerals. Most rocks are made up of one or more minerals, but some don't contain any. When lava cools, it sometimes forms.
Even yesterday in the previous classes, I told you how igneous rocks are formed. During volcano, when the magma from inside comes and flow outside, and lava cools and they form shiny igneous rocks.
Obsidian, the special glass shown here. One difference between the rock obsidian and any mineral is that obsidian has no crystalline structure, while all minerals do.
So what is the main difference? Obsidian is a mineral, but this is a kind of mineral which doesn't have a crystalline structure. It doesn't like a crystal. It's not at all shiny.
Minerals formed by natural processes, either within Earth or on Earth's surface. Click each image to learn about the ways minerals can form.
Okay, before that, let me come here. Now, next page here. The question is, they are usually inorganic. Okay, they are inorganic. You cannot say coal as a mineral because they said clearly that mineral is not from dead plants or animals. So however, a few substances made of animals such as clamshells are categorized as inorganic. And although a few organic substances such as kidney stones are characterized as minerals, most minerals are inorganic. Usually minerals are most of them, like 90%. And clamshells, most of the processes that form minerals usually take place in the non-living environment. Now, what is a crystal, girls? Crystal is a solid geometric form that results from a repeating pattern of atoms and molecules. I told you, like carbon structure, repeated carbon structure made diamonds so beautiful. The repeated pattern of molecules, they made a crystal. The arrangement of atoms or molecules within the crystal. This arrangement is determined by the kinds of atoms or molecules that make up the mineral. Now here, girls, here, naturally occurring. Mineral halite is used as a table salt. That means salt is also a mineral, girls. They form when water evaporates and leave behind the salt it contains. Some molten rock cools. Talc as a mineral that can be used to make baby powder. Form deep in earth as high temperature and pressure change the rock. So there is a talc mineral which they form powder, what they give to baby, talc powder. Now, we have to click yes or no to determine whether the two materials are minerals or not. Cardboard, solid. Yes, it is a solid. Inorganic? Yes, it is inorganic. Naturally occurring? Of course, yes. Crystalline structure? No. Mineral? No. Here, topaz, it's mineral. No, it's not inorganic. Yes, it is naturally occurring. Yes, it is crystalline. Yes, it is mineral. Now, girls, again, magma comes out. From 3 days, I've been drawing this volcano and showing how magma comes down as lava. And this cool magma forms, if it is cooling inside, it's called as pegmatites. They magma because flows very slowly as it is inside the volcano. When it comes out, it's lava. So inside one, examples are topaz. You don't need to know the names. And if magma also, they say rises, it can stop moving and cool slowly. This forms rocks like granite and quartz, mica, feldspar. As magma and lava cools, it contains most of the type of atoms that are found in minerals. The atoms join together to form different minerals. Lava is molten rock that has reached Earth's surface. I told you, lava means that came out of the Earth. Quartz is the example that is crystallized from magma and lava. Now, what is biometamorphism, girls? Same igneous rock. If we put more pressure and temperature on that, again, same igneous rock, if I put more pressure and temperature, that forms metamorphic rock, and that gives you more shiny and good lasting minerals. All these are names. We will see from solutions what do we get. We'll see this tomorrow here. And meanwhile, I'll just again watch the video.
Okay.
Guys, what can you see on the screen?
Magma is melted rock
The videos.
inside Earth. As magma rises, sometimes it cools and becomes solid before it reaches Earth's surface. When magma cools, mineral crystals form. The minerals in the granite rock shown here formed in this way. Sometimes magma reaches Earth's surface before it cools and is called lava. Minerals can also form when lava cools.
Metamorphic rocks, girls. This is the rock which is formed by applying pressure and high temperature. Like example, I have some rock, and then if I send it for applying more pressure or temperature, or naturally it's by sun heat, it's applied by pressure of the earth crust. So it is pressed and you have such beautiful marbles in your home, in the kitchen slab, on the floor.
High pressure and temperature deep below Earth's surface can cause changes in minerals. This process is called metamorphism. Metamorphism results in new minerals that have a different chemical composition or a different crystalline structure than the original mineral. The graphite shown here is a metamorphic mineral.
Graphite is not actually a metamorphic. Later, it became a metamorphic mineral by applying a lot of heat and high pressure.
Water on Earth doesn't exist just in oceans. You can find water in Earth's crust. Magma deep underground can warm groundwater and dissolve minerals in the surrounding rocks, forming new minerals. Magma also contains hot fluids. These fluids contain dissolved minerals. When minerals come out of this solution, they can form crystals. Many minerals that are metals, such as copper and gold, form this way. Another way crystals can form from a solution is when water at Earth's surface evaporates, leaving behind
I told you like table salt, it's called as
minerals that form crystals, like salt crystals. Sometimes
Okay, class. So I'm gonna continue.